So we're back. Our next guest is Alasdair. His project is Nelly Cootalot. I hope I said that right. The Foul Fleet. It's a retro pirate adventure. Quite a long name for a project. They have 9 days left in their campaign, and they need about £2,000 more to reach the funding goal. With 9 more days to go, it seems very realistic for them to hit their first stretch goal even. That's £15,700. We'll try to help them to get there. So, welcome to the show, Alasdair. I'm glad you made it. And my first question, obviously, is what's the story with the name Nelly Cootalot, and where's the relation between piracy and coots?
Well, I'll start with what's the relationship between piracy and coots. The answer is there is no relationship whatsoever between piracy and coots. Coots are a kind of British water. They're just a water bird, which my girlfriend really. So instead of being pirates, instead of there being pirates, but parrots for pirates, we have coots for pirates in this game, for no reason.
Okay, but you sort of converted the parrots being the pirate bird to coots.
Yes, because parrots talk, and coots are more secretive. So we chose coots because they keep the pirates' secrets a bit better, maybe. I think that's the idea. And Nelly Cootalot is based on my girlfriend, who was just walking behind me a second ago, so you might have seen her. She's
Hello.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
That's Rachel. And my friend, and her nickname is Nelly Cootalot. I didn't invent the nickname. I just stole it and used it as a name for a computer character.
Isn't that stealing?
Yes, and stealing is wrong. But piracy is basically stealing on a boat. So ethically.
Okay, I see the connection. So anybody interested in coots, there's a whole article on the English Wikipedia. It's C-O-O-T. That's the coot. And maybe we should look at some images of your project so that people get a better impression, because I love the style of your art.
Oh, thank you.
So maybe you can comment on it. We'll start with a poster. Is that a signed thing that you get when you pledge?
Yeah, if you're on one of the lower digital tiers, then you've got a chance of getting a digital version of it. But I'm not exactly sure which number it is. If you're one of the higher pledges, then you'll get a real version of it. Now, I haven't actually promised to sign any of them, but people have started to ask about things being signed, so I'm thinking my signature is completely worthless. So I don't know if it adds any value to something. I'm considering adding signatures to things, just to show off.
It's sort of personalized. That's what backers expect. What do you think?
Well, yeah, it's a good idea. I might do it. Or I might sign other people's names. I might just sign George Washington and just go crazy, sign a different name and everything.
Yeah, just don't go too crazy.
Okay.
Don't use Elvis or something, I think we're at the wrong department here with the art.
Yeah, that looks great, but I didn't draw it. It's kind of scary. Let's just describe it. It's a scary sort of insect brain.
Yeah, you're not with gore. We've got, Nelly Cootalot images. There we go.
That looks like something I drew.
Okay.
That is Port Rubicund is the name of that location, and that is the tough races where disgraced aristocrats are forced to race for your entertainment, and Nelly helps one of them cheat.
Okay, so you inversed the powers here. So they have to do the work and the people stand by and watch them doing stuff.
That's right. The game is very subtly revolutionary, but you have to sort of pay attention. Other than that, it's just light-hearted fun. I'm not trying to bring down capitalism expressly. It's sort of implicit. Okay,
so we'll not read something from Marx in your game?
No, there's no direct quotes. I'm just sort of paraphrasing a lot.
Okay. So, that's great artwork. And you do all the drawings, right?
Yeah, the backgrounds are sort of traditional hand drawing from pencil sketch through, digital tablet drawing. And the characters are cel-shaded 3D, so they're modeled in Blender 3D, the open source 3D package, which is fantastic. and rendered using Freestyle, which was recently integrated into the main branch of Blender, so you can create a 2D-like sort of traditional cell-drawn animation using 3D characters, which is great for animation because it speeds the whole process up a little bit.
I think it's very obvious if someone looks at your project that there's a lot of passion in what you do. And
a very British version of passion. It's not all sort of, it's quite, it's love is the right word, I suppose.
So let's show some excitement, but make sure that people don't see it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just too British, and you said the word passion, so I got nervous and had to jump in. Carry on, please. I apologise.
Yeah, I was in Kent a few weeks ago, so I know what you're talking about.
Kent is the worst for being uptight. Yeah, it's terrible.
But I had a sandwich. But I was there with the family, so I had a sandwich in Sandwich.
Oh, that's fantastic. You can't beat that.
I think so too.
Except maybe having a Frankfurter in Frankfurt. I don't know.
Yeah, you can try that. Or Nuremberg and Nuremberg. Let's stop that for a moment.
Yeah, we could go on for at least 3 more cities that I can think of.
Because I was in Belgium on the way, and I confirmed that French fries are not from France.
Yeah, they are Belgian, aren't they? I think I learned that from Asterix.
Yeah, see, that's where we get our education. So
yeah, exactly.
Brilliant. Your Kickstarter video is a fine piece of work. I was laughing pretty hard. I was thinking there must be some outtakes when you did that Kickstarter video. Is that something you will add on your DVD? Is there something that you kept?
Oh, yeah, we are planning to put those on the... Well, there are outtakes. What I should say about... If you've seen the video, as I hope maybe you have, and hopefully a few other people have, hopefully it doesn't look like it was absolutely freezing cold. When we shot it, it was I think the last day of March or something, which is my birthday. It was just and it was absolutely freezing on the south coast of England, and it was snowing throughout the whole shoot. And we just had to tint it so it didn't look that cold. But when I did it in a coat, it looks obviously cold because I was wearing a big, heavy German trench coat, great coat actually. And so I had to take the coat off and wear just a jumper in order to make it seem like the weather was normal. And it was absolutely freezing, so I'm talking really, really, really quickly, and my face is all pink just because of how cold it was. So basically there's a lot of outtakes, which are just me jumping up and down and going, oh, it's so cold. And the camera panning around to everybody else wearing sort of big coats, like Eskimo sort of hoods. Can you say Eskimo these days? Maybe Inuit is right.
Who knows? Yes, that changes every day.
Exactly. Just, really, really dressed warmly. So, yeah, there's a few outtakes, but most of them just remind you how absolutely freezing it was. But that is the commitment to the video, so I hope you respect me for it.
Yeah, I like the video very much, and it's funny. So I recommend everybody to look at it and check it out. So what's your target audience? What do you imagine? Is there also kids in your target audience, or do you think it's more a adult game because you wouldn't get the jokes?
I don't. It's not adult in the sense of having sort of adult content of any kind.
No, that's not what I mean.
Real violence.
Yeah.
No, it's not that kind of. It's not that kind of thing. I think I think older kids would definitely enjoy it because it's cartoony, it's funny, it's light-hearted, and it's full of adventure and sort of mystery. But I think hopefully it also appeals to people like me who are sadly not young anymore, but who grew up playing sort of classic adventure games like LucasArts games and Sierra games in the late 90s. And I mean, I don't really think there's a big difference between a book or a film for children and a film for grown-ups, because if it's good, it ought to appeal to everyone. And so, yes, there will be hopefully a few clever jokes and a few allusions that might be over the heads of a 13 or 12-year-old. But I think hopefully it has a reasonably broad appeal for anybody who likes light-hearted, nautical fun.
Okay, so I read on your site you beat us in age because you're 1 year older than our company is.
What Me as a person, is that?
Yeah, you as a person.
I as a person am 1 year older, or the game is 1 year older.
No,
As a person,
you
I'm
as
a
a
year older than your
person. You're
company.
born
And I
in
think
84, right? Not the book. I saw that.
yes, I was born in '84.
In
That's
the
right.
year.
That is a joke I wrote.
But I have
Yes,
something here that is your age. Let me get it.
Oh, let's see it.
That's a Commodore 64.
Wow, it is looking better than I am. I think.
I am a show off. The serial number is 214.
Wow.
So, see, that's my relation to you, or something like that.
I think that shows you must have taken incredibly good care of that. I used to have a BBC microcomputer, but that is from 1984, but that has long since disappeared and stopped working. So,
yeah, that's
hats off to you.
Yeah, it sort of brings me to your pledges. There's one called the Commodore. Shouldn't it be called Commodore 64?
Yes, it should be. It's a point of national shame that I'm taking comedy advice from a German, and I'm sorry about that. But it's my countrymen will be ashamed of me. But you're absolutely right. I can't believe that I missed that joke. In my defense, the character who appears at the end of the demo is called Commodore 64, so the joke is there.
Okay.
I just forgot. I forgot to use it again. Except I write it in numerals, so it's what is 64? LXIV. Commodore LXIV. So you have to be a bit clever to work it out. There's a joke for grown-ups, but
yeah. So I mean,
not that grown.
You can't use Commodore 128 because that wasn't popular enough. You don't want that.
Was there a Commodore 128 as well?
Yeah. See, that's how popular it was.
Oh, I didn't even know. The 64. That's what I played Monkey Island on when I was a kid. So I remember the 64.
Yeah, it was the very unsuccessful successor to the 64. Also, the Commodore pledge, is £75, so it should have been 64, I think.
Yes.
128 would be better, but not popular. So
you can't have everything.
No, it's really weird. So who does the programming aside from hands and keyboards? Is it you?
That's a good question. It is me. I use an adventure game builder called Adventure Game Studio, also known as AGS, which is free and a couple of years ago, I think, became open source, maybe just last year, and is developing in quite an interesting way. What it does is it means that a non-programmer really like me is able to... Oh, you've turned into a blue thing. I'm going to keep talking and hope that changes. A non-programmer like me is able to program all the basics of an adventure game without having to know too much about maths or too much about how scripting languages work. So it handles all the things like a dialogue system, a character system, and inventory. And I'm able to just sort of jump in and do the fun bits, like making up a story, inventing puzzles, and that sort of thing. Okay. Oh, okay. Am I still live? Okay, in that case, okay. Okay, great. Well, I don't know what his next question would have been. Just continue and turn the audience. All right. I'll just think of something to say. Well, while we have nothing else to do, I have this, which is a tiny stuffed coot, which my girlfriend has made. And this is, if we have not yet had anyone take one of the top prizes on our Kickstarter rewards. If anybody is wild, mad, or generous enough to go for that, then a larger, more beautiful version of this could be on your way, handmade by the human being, female woman, who inspired the character of Nelli Cootalot. So that's just a bit of sales pitch there. And what's great about this is you can sort of, it's a friend as well as a ornament. So it's beautiful. I think someone might be coming back now. Volker, are you back? Save me. No, he's at the moment he's just a swirling thing. He's back. He's not back. Hello.
Yes, I think so. Can you hear me?
Are we back? I can hear me, but I can't hear Volker.
No sound.
I can hear Volker, but I think with a long delay. Am I still live, by the way? Should I be being more entertaining? Oh, okay, I didn't realise that.
Hello?
Oh,
Am I back?
yes.
Have you guys been talking behind my back?
I haven't been doing anything. I didn't realise that I was like, I should have been juggling or something, but I didn't do anything. Or in England, in England, when the TV goes off, you get a picture of a girl drawing on a blackboard. So I don't know what you had. I should have just drawn on a blackboard next to a clown for a British audience.
Okay, so I like your remark on one of the rewards where you say that it doesn't come with actual immortality. Were you afraid of the Kickstarter police and didn't want to offer it as a stretch goal? Ich bin da. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem with the Skype here.
It seems like the gods of the internet don't want me to be able to promote my Kickstarter campaign, but never mind. We should plow on.
So I think we need to go on to the next project, but we have someone who dropped out, so they can't make their slot. That's Soul Saga. That's 9:20 British time, 10:20 German time. So Alasdair, why don't I call you back? Because we had a lot of interesting questions from the chat coming for you. I certainly want to go through them.
Okay.
Are you willing to try it again and convince your local internet to help?
I'll move. Probably on. Yes, I. Exciting person, so I have lots of fabulous things to do this evening, but I will definitely during that empty slot and see you again later on.
Okay, that's great. So see you later again, and I have to move on to the next guest. Thank you very much, Alasdair, so far.
Bye-bye.
Bye.